we've talked a lot about a gentleman who goes by the name Sully, but today everyone's calling him something else. Hero.
It would appear that the pilot did a masterful job.
Chesley B. Sullenberger III, a former fighter pilot, used 40 years of experience to somehow land the powerless plane on the icy waters of the Hudson River, a feat that's being called a miracle.
Everybody owes their lives to the pilot. He did an amazing job.
Brace for impact, passengers say. The 57-year-old barked over the jet's intercom moments before the aircraft slammed into the water. Safety is Sully's business. In addition to flying, he runs a consulting firm specializing in safety. Performance and reliability, something validated by at least 154 grateful people. And Harry, important to mention, there's a lot we don't know about this ditching yesterday, and so many other people who are yet to be recognized. Whoever flew right seat with this pilot was incredible, his co-pilot, and that flight crew who evacuated that plane in record time. Just an amazing experience for those people, and very lucky. But cockpit management, that's what it's all about. Everybody has a role. From the second they knew something was wrong to actually lining up, sighting a runway, which is the Hudson River, one of the first things you do. Where can I put this plane down? And then coming down with the Hudson River as your center line, and then managing that descent. Remember, you still have to fly the plane right to the very surface level, and then you have to watch that you don't porpoise or flip the plane. We've seen so many cases where that's happened and where there have been fatalities, Harry. This was a remarkable combination of skill and luck.
Yeah. All right, Dave, we'll get back with more with Dave at the studio in just a little bit. Right now, we want to talk to a couple of people who are first on the scene. Willie is a deckhand with New York Waterways. He's got his New York Waterways hat on. I'm not sure he's not still in shock this morning. And Andreas is with Circle Line. Where were you, Andreas, when you realized something was terribly wrong out in the water?
Well, I was sitting in my office, and then we had fire trucks coming down to the Circle Line pier. And I ran down to check out what actually happened, and then we looked at the water and we saw a plane floating in the Hudson River.
My God. You got out there, you got on one of your boats, took passengers off, and put rescuers on and got out there.
Correct.
What was the scene like, seeing these people standing on the wings?
I think at this point we had about 2 or 3 waterway boats were out there, and you saw people in life rafts, people sitting on the plane, standing on the plane. And it was very surprising. They were very calm.
Yeah.
They were really calm, really disciplined. And then you had NYPD and FDNY boats coming in, and then they took on those people, actually.
You were on the New York Waterways boat, the first one that rolls up out there.
Yeah.
What are you thinking when you saw this plane in the water and the people coming out onto the wings?
Well, at first I didn't believe it because we was loading up passengers in the New York side. And when we turned around, we didn't know what was going on. We received a call from dispatcher Liz Ramirez, and she gave us a call. She was like, oh, there's a plane crashed in the water. So while the boat was turning around, that's when we saw the plane. My captain, he's a really good captain, so he just pushed it up, and we got to the scene, and we did our job, you know. We were there to...
Because you guys practice this stuff. You guys drill this kind of water rescue in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
Did the training really pay off?
Yeah, of course. We train every month, and thanks to our supervisors and our managers and our directors.
Let me ask you this. When these people saw you, this boat coming up, and they saw your hands coming over saying, we're going to help you out of here, what was the look on their faces?
Well, they were frightened, they were cold, and they were screaming, and I don't wish it to nobody, you know. Like, the experience that I went through is like, I'm still in shock. I don't even know where I am right now.
I'll bet. At some point, your family's going to be able to embrace you and say, you know, you were a hero out there. You helped save a lot of people's lives.
Well, that's our job in New York Waterways. So
wow.
We train to do that every month. So this is
very quickly. Being out there, seeing all this go on, all of these resources pouring in, and that everybody got out alive. What does that make you feel like?
it makes me feel like that we got back together again, as we did on 9/11. Everybody just gets back together and just helps and makes it happen, and just it's a miracle. It really is.
I think that's about the only way it can be described.
Yes, it is.
All right, Andreas, thank you so much. Willie, good job, pal. Thanks so much. Really, really appreciate it.